rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down. Make the stop at the 19. So Florida State's offense takes the field for the first time today. We are accustomed to seeing close, hard-fought games in this series, but last time they met, it was only the Seminoles doing the punching as they knocked out Miami.
Man, and they were throwing haymakers, they were throwing combinations, and Miami had no answer for it. Right from the opening bell, David, Florida State jumped up.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go up top on second and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Gibson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Is every day becoming flag day for this offense? 1st and 25 now. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
So Miami's offense has the ball for the first time. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And 2 guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Grab near the marker. It's Peppers. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Alexander. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Here's the handoff. Find some fresh air. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball.
Touchdown, Noles! Quick strike through the air for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Alexander. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Fields. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets the give. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's 1st down at the 27. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on and up. Turning it on! The 50. The 30. The 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little light here on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Spins away from the defense. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. Touchdown, Caves! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Back swinging for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line. Tried to push his way in, but not quite enough on 4th and goal. The Canes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Alexander. They're setting up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. He's got it on the right. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. The Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man to the left. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking for room, it's Murray. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Alexander. Fires to the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency.
Man, I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way. Near midfield, now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
And the Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. With the catch, it's Paul. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Under fire. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. It's now a one-point game, 14-13. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. He wants to go deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes.
The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Fires to the big fella. Knocked off his feet. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. On the run, it's Fields. There he goes. For this offense as they get it to the 32.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Dropping back, it's Alexander. A little screen to the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Let's go. When you see snot bubbles coming out of the offensive player, you know it was a good lick. The Mike linebacker sits right in the middle of the field, ready to roll, ready to lay the hammer.
Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper. And the Canes will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Gibson. Breaks into the open. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Gibson.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball in the ground.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 7 over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That's caught. It's Upshaw. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Ball is out behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Noles! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Alexander. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Upshaw. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To take it in. Touchdown, Miami! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Fields. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. On the move at the 30. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things starting to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the fourth. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible. Just got to have better awareness on the field.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Line gets set, first down. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Trying to beat him to the left. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How about this goal line defense? On first down, they expect the run. They stuff it for a loss. And on second down, expecting pass, they can now get after the quarterback and bring him down for a sack. They are pushing this offense back in the wrong direction. This has been textbook goal line defense here as of late.
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Scanning the field, it's Alexander. Pocket breaking down.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the right. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Noles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Canes! What a great play. What a huge moment for this defense.
Coming into this game, you just felt like which team has the ball last may win the game, and it feels like it's coming down to that now. A massive score for the offense. Under 2 minutes to play. The extra point is going to tie it. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to finish up.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Who could ask for anything more? Coming down the gut of the game, and maybe one of those moments that will be etched in the annals of this rivalry forever. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. The Seminoles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. This kicker's already 2 for 2 on the night, and he can say good night by knocking it through here.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30.